Hey, thanks for stopping by my channel today. If you're here for the very first time, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. I have some fall recreation DIYs for you today, and I'm participating in an open playlist, and we will chat it up about that a little bit later. So if you're interested in seeing what I created and whose I recreated, then keep on watching. All right, for our very first recreation, I have these two um, pieces of decor from the Dollar Tree. They were in my stash from last year. I do believe I brought them back out if you would like to recreate this as well. So what I did was I took the paper off the larger two, and then I kept one of the smaller two the same, and I'm going to paint one of the larger ones with the metallic silver paint by Acrylogy. The small one, I'm going to paint it with Dolphin Gray by Apple Barrel. And then the other one, I'm going to leave it white. I'm going to give it a second coat. So I painted them white first. I took all the paper off, okay? And then you can just wet it down and use a scraper to scrape it down. And that will allow you to keep your backside, and you're just working with the original front. All right, so now in these recreations, I am making it my own. I'm doing the exact same thing or using the exact same thing, but making it my own, okay? So it's going to fit my decor. All right, so as you see, I glued down the smaller pumpkin to the left of the larger pumpkin, and then I'm going to glue down the smaller pumpkin to the right of the other pumpkin on the back. Now I noticed that my stem was hiding, so I'm going to have to take it apart on this one and re-glue it, okay? And then we're going to add some small jute twine bows, and you'll see the difference in the bows of the recreation of my creation opposed to what I recreated. And that's just because I love a messy bow over a bow with loops. So I had so much fun participating in this challenge. It, gives you something to go by, but you can definitely make it your own. So I hope that you all feel like I pretty much nailed it, okay? But anyhow and anyway, this is the creation that I recreated, and this is by Crafting with Maria, and I think I did pretty good. You have to let me know in the comments below. All right, now I am participating once again in a recreation inspiration here today. The two hosts are Loli D's Creations, Lady Red Crafting, and the guest host is the Chic Show DIY. These ladies are phenomenal, okay? You're going to have some great inspiration, but not only will you have great inspiration from these three dolls, you'll have a playlist as well. So their channels will be linked below along with the playlist, okay? So you have to go over and check it out after you have finished watching mine. And when you get over there, let them know that I sent you, okay? Melinda here on Ivy Doll, and I am the Crafty Doll, okay? So let's go ahead and get into recreation number 2. Keep on watching. All right, so I have this pool noodle, this oversized kind of like pool noodle that I picked up from the Dollar Tree this year. And I was going to use it for something else, but when I saw an idea in one of my Facebook crafting groups, I was like, oh girl, you're going to have to use it for that. Well, anyhow, I painted it white first, and then I painted it using orange and which are Acrylogy from Dollar Tree, and I mixed it with Jack-o'-lantern by Apple Barrel so that it wouldn't be so bright. But anyhow, I wanted to tone it down and make it a bit on the farmhouse side, because that's what the creator did. But her creation was not as darkened as mine. I kind of wanted mine to be just a little bit darker, but you're going to see shortly, baby, okay? So what I'm doing is just taking some of the Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel and just kind of dry brushing some of this on just to give it that, farmhouse look, looking a little worn and been outside and rolled around and fell down and all that good stuff, honey. But anyhow, in any way, I'm kind of going back over. You see that little mixture there? That was my little mixing spot. Well, I got it all nice and dried down. Okay. So I hope you all know where I'm going. I hope y'all know where I'm going. Yeah. We are creating us a beautiful pumpkin. Now, I already had this glued on another DIY. Well, it was packed up in my stash when we moved and it fell apart. So I was like, this is going to be perfect to just fit right down in here because I didn't have any time to get me another big stick. Because if you oldies but goodies, y'all know I like large stems on my pumpkins now. Okay, Donna, don't you come for me about my stem, okay? Because my craft sister will let me have it when we talk about how big my stems are. But that's just my thing, y'all. But anyhow, in any way, it was already, done up and dolled up, and so well as this bow was on that. And I'm just taking all those pieces just to embellish this. And I think it turned out so pretty. The creation itself was beautiful, and I just embellished mine differently. So keep on watching. Now, I had this in my phone for a couple of months. Someone created it on Facebook in a group that I am in, and I thought it was just adorable. Listen, they were crafting early. Okay, they craft earlier than us here on YouTube, baby. Okay, now let's jump right into DIY. Well, recreation number 3. Okay, this cute little gnome right here, so stunningly cute. I think it's adorable. I had it in my stash. I think I styled it in a couple of my videos last year with some of some of my DIYs. And what I'm going to do here is just take this white Apple Barrel paint, and I'm going to paint all of it except the little acorns and the green leaves that's on here. Sorry that I'm a bit out of focus, as well as the shoes. I'm not going to paint the little boots, but everything else I'm going to paint over it white. So keep on watching. All right, so now that I got everything that I wanted painted white, I'm going to take some of that dolphin gray paint and paint the hat, okay? And I'm going to have to get a little small brush so I can get in there and between the leaves and the acorns to make sure that I keep them just as they are. Now I'm taking this dolphin gray paint so that it will match my decor, and I absolutely love how this turned out. Now I figured that the paint wouldn't come on as vibrant because it's a light shade of gray if I would have painted over the original color. So that's the reason why I laid that white down first. So I love how it's looking. And now what I'm going to do is take some of the Apple Barrel Burnt Umber, and I am just dry brushing this all over the rest of it, and I'm going to put a little bit on its hat as well, but I am heavily doing it, and then I'm going to take a wet paper towel and tone it down and wipe off the excess because I want this to have that old rustic farmhouse look as well. I just knew I wanted to recreate this when I just saw this recently, just this week. And some of you already know probably where I got this idea from, because if you watch the channel and you watch another playlist, that I participated in the open challenge, you probably already know where I'm going with this. So I'm just kind of going back and forth with the white just to tone it down. And here is the inspiration from Farm Charm Chic. And I thought her little gnome was so adorable. So I had to do my own. Okay? Listen, these little things I would have never painted over them, okay? But I love how that turned out. Now, if you like what you've seen here today, thumbs the video up. That helps me out. Leave me a comment and tell me what it is that you do like. And if this is your type of content, easy, high-end DIYs on a budget, then consider joining by subscribing. And don't you forget to hit the bell as well. Now, let's take a final look at all three of these recreation inspiration DIYs. Now remember, this is part of an open playlist. Everything will be linked below. I appreciate you for watching my video from the beginning to the end. It really indeed helps me out. Blessings to you all. Remember to be kind everywhere you go. Kind people are my kind of people, and God will be pleased with that. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye-bye.